Aloha Aries, and welcome to your tarot reading for the week of April 13th through the 19th. We're going to go ahead and dive right in. If you would like to get a personal tarot reading or join our Patreon, all that information is down in the description box below. But let's go ahead and get started with your reading for this week. We're going to start with the overall vibe, then we'll move into any potential obstacles or challenges. We'll see how to overcome any of those obstacles or challenges, and then we'll get any extra messages that universe and spirit might have for you this week. We are going to start with some love oracles. We'll move into some general oracles, and then we'll dive in with the tarot deck. So let's go ahead and see what's happening this week for you, Aries, in terms of love, emotions, and relationships. Again, this is for April 13th through the 19th. We have, it is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. This is that card of creating a safe and sacred space for you to open up emotionally, to be vulnerable with the people in your life. Some of you may have dealt with relationships or connections in the past that when you opened up and you were vulnerable with that person, maybe you regretted it. Maybe they took advantage of that, or maybe they didn't hold you in that safe space. This is that little confirmation from your spirit team and your universe saying that the relationships, the people, the environments that you have created in your life right now, they are safe for you to open up. It is safe for you to be vulnerable and to really pour into your relationships this week overall. Now let's get a general oracle and just kind of see what else we can add to this message. So I'm asking universe and spirit for some extra messages here for Aries. We have artist. Engaging in artistic activities is beneficial to your career and every other area of your life. Now, this is the last week of Aries season, so take full advantage of this. Tap into your creative fire, your creative passion. Allow yourself to expand when it comes to your creative expressions. Maybe there is a call to do a little bit more painting or drawing. Maybe you are called to write more poetry this week. Maybe you want to make music, or maybe this is just something as simple as polishing your nails or doing your makeup, or maybe just rearranging the house and getting creative with it. There is this artist card that is coming out for you this week, Aries, and there is going to be some sort of healing, fulfillment, or happiness that comes from being creative this week. So let's go ahead and move into some tarot cards, okay? Let's see the overall vibe for this week in terms of tarot messages, okay? What do we have going on this week, the overall vibe for Aries? What's going on for Aries this week? Overall vibe for our tarot messages. We have the Page of Swords. You have a bonus card too. Five of Cups in reversal. I feel like maybe in the last couple of months there have been some things that you've walked away from that could have maybe brought a little bit of grief, loss, or just disappointment. The nice thing is that we're kind of coming out on the other side of that now. Let's go ahead and talk about the Page of Swords first. The Page of Swords is this card of curious communications, being really curious about new ideas that you have. Maybe some of these ideas are linked in creativity and artist mode, but the Page of Swords is like fresh communications, fresh ideas, and really allowing yourself to explore those ideas. This also can be this renewal of hope, okay? Sometimes that sword suit is like we're finally in a place where our mentality feels better. If you struggle with mental health, maybe this week we're feeling a little bit better. We're actually feeling that energy of the spring vitality pumping through us. The Five of Cups is in reversal. When we see the Five of Cups in the upright, this is the time of loss, grief, disappointment, feeling like there's something here that didn't end up going the way that you thought it would, and it feels really kind of sad, or it feels bad. But this being in reversal tells me this has already happened, okay? More than likely that feeling of loss or that feeling of an ending has already happened. This probably happened towards the end of the winter season, and we're finally starting to get our groove back. It feels like Aries is getting their groove back this year, or this week. I love that. Maybe it's for the whole year. I don't know why I said that, but maybe Aries, one or two of you are watching this and you're getting your groove back this year. Either way, there is this idea of being curious about these new ideas that you're having, allowing yourself to kind of get this renewed hope and really tapping into the vitality of the spring season. Now let's go ahead and see any potential obstacle or challenge this week. We do have the Knight of Swords. The potential obstacle or challenge here for you is moving forward with those new ideas or moving forward with communications as a whole. You know, the Page of Swords is kind of like this pre-energy of the Knight of Swords. It's like you have these new ideas, there are these new sort of fresh communications or conversations that you want to have. Maybe you're a little bit nervous to open up and have some conversations this week because we've been burned in the past, but remember, it is safe for you to open up now. The boundaries, the red flags and the green flags that you've learned, the people that you have in your life, you've made sure that it is safe for you to have these conversations. The Knight of Swords moves forward very quickly, and he does open up. He talks about, his ideas. He talks about what he feels, what he wants to experience. The sword suit is all about analytics and communication and logics, and the Knight of Swords moves forward very quickly with that. The Knight of Swords can also come with a warning not to make impulsive decisions this week, okay? Impulsive decisions, especially too because we had Mars go into Aries last week, right? So the big thing with that is don't make impulsive decisions. Yes, listen to your heart, have that fire, have that creativity and that passion, but we're also not acting recklessly, right? There is a balance between having confidence and moving forward versus being reckless. But again, the potential obstacle or challenge this week is just allowing yourself to open up, have those conversations, move forward with exploring those ideas and not acting too recklessly, okay? Let's go ahead and see how you can overcome that challenge or obstacle this week. What is going to be the answer to that or the key to that? We have the Five of Pentacles in reversal. Things are getting easier for you. More than likely, it feels like because you've really been going through, and I don't want to say going through it, because the Five of Pentacles sometimes can feel like we're going through it, but again, this is that card of climbing a mountain for me. I don't know if I've told you guys over here, all of you, the Aries friends in YouTube, but I always talk about the Five of Pentacles being like climbing a mountain. When you climb from the bottom to the top of the mountain, it's always the most difficult part of that trek because you're going uphill. You have obstacles, you have challenges, literally the endurance. And when you get to the tippy top of that mountain, that is like the ultimate pinnacle of the Five of Pentacles. And then when we see the Five of Pentacles in reversal, it's like we're kind of coming down the other side now. We have forward momentum on our side. We have the experiences that we gained along the way. We're stronger because we made that trek up the mountain. We were able to take a moment, catch our breath. We looked out to the horizon to see what direction we're going to head in. And so the biggest thing here is just keep one foot in front of the other this week, Aries. If you're having a hard time exploring new ideas, or if you're having a hard time opening up and having these conversations, baby steps, one step at a time. One foot in front of the other, and just know that things are starting to get easier for you because you have forward momentum now going down the other side of that mountain. So I think it's about a mindset for you this week, Aries. You're getting your groove back. You're starting to feel that sort of being alive again, that creative fire and passion. Maybe we just need to remember that our healthy boundaries will keep us safe as we explore new ideas and have new conversations with new people. Maybe we are proposing an idea for a business or a job or whatever it is. Let's go ahead and get any other messages that universe and spirit might have for you this week. We're looking for extra messages here for Aries this week. What else do we need to know? Anything else we need to take into consideration, or just extra messages as a whole? Look at that. The sun is coming out. It is in a neutral position, so we're just going to take it in its upright. We have the sun coming out. Like I said, this week for you feels like we are getting our groove back. The warmth, the joy, the growth, the happiness, it's all coming back for you this week, Aries, and I love that, especially with this being the last full week of your season. The sun card comes out and says the time now is to play is now, right? We're feeling good. The sun's on our skin. We're growing. We're thriving. There's this energy of happiness returning, and that's really happening for you this week. And I think it's a mentality. We talked about that already. I do feel like the overall message here for you this week, Aries, is to have this mentality of knowing that things are getting better. Things are getting better. We are getting our groove back after a period of potentially losing some hope and faith because things ended in a way we didn't think that they would end, right? Now you're getting some new ideas. There's new communications. There's new relationships. There's new things for you to explore. Explore those things. Obviously, we don't want to be reckless, right? So don't make reckless decisions this week. Just because we have our groove back doesn't mean that we go out and we start doing crazy stuff, right? Take it one step at a time. One step at a time, baby steps even if you need to, and allow yourself to engage in some creative expression this week, okay? Especially when you're having moments of feeling stuck. And also, if you feel like you need to talk to somebody or if you want to open up, you can do so this week. No one's going to burn you, all right? Trust the boundaries that you put in place for yourself. Trust the relationships that you have created in your life, all right? And know that they are coming in for the best. I love this energy for you overall this week, Aries. If you're still here and you haven't liked this video, consider liking this video. Maybe subscribe to the channel. It really does help me out a lot. If you want to get a personal reading with me, you can always find me at themagicsiren.com. We have so many other things over there as well. We have our free newsletter each week. We have Siren Star Report, all kinds of fun stuff going on over there, but all of that is in the description box below. I will let you get back to your day. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I'll see you again soon. Aloha.